to coast, but in the South, where they say the game just means more, there's only one game considered the Deep South's oldest rivalry. From black jersey debuts to prayers and Jordan hair, this matchup has had it all. A live look between the hedges, Sanford Stadium in Athens. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Hey guys, Georgia's head coach told me pregame his running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Grabbed in the middle, it's Humphries. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. Maybe a crease. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Looking to throw on first down. Escapes the pressure to his right. It's complete. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Man, what a start for this offense. That's what you kind of want, man. You want to get in a rhythm. You want to get in the flow. Now, you don't expect 3 plays and 3 first downs, but they'll absolutely take it. But coming out the gates with energy, with passion, executing at a really high level.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Using his legs, it's Cobb. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Ball Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Takes it on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The short hands, it's Humphreys. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Man, this guy is so dangerous running it, and the speed can also help him extend the play to hurt you throwing it, David. As a defense, what do you got to do to keep this guy in the pocket?
The hard part is, once he gets outside the pocket, you have to play the second play. The first play, everybody had a route to run, but the second play, it's the scramble drill, and receivers going to break and cut and do something different. So it's so annoying, it's frustrating to have a guy like this that can get outside the pocket and do so much damage.
And guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. The run inside. It's Frazier. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Motion from the wide receiver. Makes the grab in their space. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Frazier. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And listen, if I have a playmaker at running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now in the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Unloads to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia? Literally trying to bite an Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
Now adjusting. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on third down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
Makes a catch. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Brown wants to pass. Punts it out of the air. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
They're dealing with a second and long. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field. And look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt. Headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Running to Green. Got enough for the first. He's loose down the middle. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown Bulldogs. Once he got some room, it was over. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Running inside. It's Cobb. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Man, this guy's a playmaker, and he does not need a lot of space. Really nice job that time letting the pass rush get upfield. So when he got the football, there was just green grass out and ahead of him, and he made the defense pay.
And when I got a guy like that, man, I just got to find ways to get him past the D-line, right? And then the draw play is a good way to do it. Let them run themselves up the field, and then you can see he's got some serious speed. A lot of speed in space is always a good recipe for offense.
It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll move the tight end. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Tigers will go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the bootleg and rolling out. He unleashes a long one. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And that's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground. And so naturally you think, be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up those big plays.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Georgia lining up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Georgia sends out the punt team. He's going to have to strike this ball well in the face of this howling wind. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Brown will throw it. Got it. They'll mark him down at the 17, and that'll be enough to move the chains.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him somewhat.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They'll send the back in motion. Brown wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
His drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He'll set up to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's a gift to Frazier. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line.
Dude, how about that? Boom. I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Quick release by the QB. Could not make his way to the corner.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They've got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. Auburn lines up quickly.
And how about the awareness by this guy? On 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics, and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that 1st down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this 1st. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Motion from the wideout. Brown will throw it. He's got it. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. That's exactly where the quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people. In the defense right now, they have no idea who's getting it next.
And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
To the air on second down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Brown wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Auburn trying to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. From the red zone, looking for a space. It's complete. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Auburn calls its second of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Back to pass on second down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, needless to say, they needed that touchdown. They're down by a lot of points here in this game, and finally something goes right for them offensively. They put the drive together. They score here at the end of the first half. Now, in the second half, they need a lot more of this, and they're going to have to go tempo. They're going to have to stay aggressive, but maybe this gives them the confidence they need to stage a comeback. We'll see.
He'll bring it out. It's Phillips. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll give to Frazier. He'll be knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. Not sure that's going to matter except to his statistics as we are seconds away from halftime. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air. It's Stockton. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's open on the right. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with the Washington Huskies taking on the Cal Golden Bears. And it's Washington with a real chance to make this a memorable season. A 7th straight victory following everything that happened last year would put the rest of the sport on notice. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on fourth down. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Finds his man. It's Johnson. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Brown will throw it. Fires to the middle. Got his man. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play, and gets the first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Nimrod. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for him.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. They'll try to run for it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. On fourth down, going to the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You could tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. Fourth down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there I don't feel comfortable with.
Good. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Brown wants to pass. Looking for the score. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Fielded in the end zone, it's Phillips. Slips through the line. He's got it out. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. The Tigers extend that lead, and in the Deep South's oldest rivalry, looks as if the Dogs are in deep trouble.
Yeah, and this is a great sign for Auburn fans who've had to hear it for a while. Georgia's dominated this series of late. Auburn dominating today.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. So here comes the Auburn offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. The run inside. It's Cobb. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. This offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Brown will throw it. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt. Snap to the up man, it's a fake. And they don't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The return team was ready for the fake, and they snuffed it out. This is probably one of those plays where you wish you had a do-over button so you could just punt that thing away. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Gets rid of it. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
The sweet feet buy a little time. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And it's no good. He missed it. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Tight end now in motion. Gonna run it. It's Cobb. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll try to run for it. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete in the middle. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Brown wants to pass. Fakes the grab on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Pulled down for the tackle.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
March down the field.
Interception has set up great field position.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When your clock is their enemy, great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Makes the catch and he's free. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. So it's now 1st and 20 after that holding call. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw. Makes the grab. There he goes. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Man, I I love it when my QB not only uses his athletic ability, but uses his head. Nice job here. Nothing open. Don't force the football. You've got the lead. It's the fourth quarter. Nice job taking off and getting the first down.
Spins away from the defense. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Makes the grab. It's Frazier. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Handoff for Frazier. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Wide receiver comes in motion. Frazier again. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. The Dogs are starting to hunker down, and they are sinking their teeth into the Deep South's oldest rivalry.
And the red and black going crazy, the fans going nuts, and Georgia has dominated this rivalry of late. Auburn fans are sick and tired of the Dogs, and man, they got to do something about it.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Finds a little space. Breaks into the open. The 50. At the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And with that throw, man, you've got to look at this 2-game run for this team. Like, to be able to do it in back-to-back weeks against ranked opponents, guys that you know, this is going to be a resume builder, a confidence builder for this squad. Impressed with the way this offense has handled their situation. The QB has handled some difficult moments, but Palmer, back-to-back weeks against ranked opponents. That's pretty impressive.
Big for his confidence as a player. I think big for the offensive coordinator and the head coach and their confidence in him as well, because you're right. He beat 2 top 25 teams in 2 straight weeks, in large part because of the way he's played. As a quarterback now, you're earning more throws for the next game and more touchdown pass opportunities because everybody trusts you and believes in you to handle the big moment against good opponents.
They'll start on the ground with Frazier.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
To throw, it's Stockton. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Hits him with a stiff arm. Here's a little room there. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. After getting pushed back on the holding call, here comes 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires toward the target. That's caught. It's Frazier. He's got the first down, and they'll be able to run it out from here.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was two guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many guys on him, I got to be safe with the football.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Here's a give to Frazier. At the 40, there he goes. He gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's why you have confidence to keep it on the ground in that situation. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. On first down, Nate Frazier. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
He's got it down the middle. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. It is Georgia taking home the W in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.